On here. 5, 4, 3, 2. What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
What's
Welcome to
happening?
Straight From Us podcast with your boy, Mr. Coolwood, and the one and only
OZ.
And we're here to bring to y'all tonight a few things. First thing I got to do is give a big rest in peace to the one and only Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Nobody did it like how he did it, and there's a lot of stuff that most people don't know about Jim Brown. He was way more than just running back for the Browns.
And he got shot in the toe in the movie.
You say he got shot in the toe in the movie.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
So
don't touch that bunion. I'm gonna shoot
shot.
you. I'm gonna shoot you. Don't get the bunion.
So it was that he became a movie star. Yes. He was a football player who became a movie star. He was an activist too, that most people don't know. He was a big activist as far as for the black community. He also was the first black owner of a radio. Record label. I was going to say radio station.
What's the label?
Oh yeah, that was Sam Cooke who had this radio station. Okay.
Jim Brown looked like he was from the Nation of Domination.
He could have been. He could have been.
Nation of Domination.
As always, brought to you by tequila.
Tequila.
We also, first and foremost, I've been waiting to do this right here. I got to give out. We need a very big, huge round of applause for our special guest that's coming in tonight, fresh off of graduation. Oh my goodness. It feels good to say, coming up in the hood, we have a doctor on the line with us.
Doctor.
Yes.
Dr. Ivory, how's it going?
It's amazing. It's amazing for it to be over. It ain't done because I got to go to work on Monday. But but this time to get a paycheck, so that I'll take it. I will take it.
So no, a real doctor instead of going to like the grandma, the auntie.
Like, yeah, I mean, and there's value, right, in the grandma and the auntie too. It's nice to just know both sides and to have somebody that you can trust to tell you the truth about things, and that you can trust doesn't have another agenda.
Most def.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I never felt better.
Real. Oh man, prank call.
It's COVID real. Let's go.
Oh yeah, it's real. It's real. And the cool thing about me too is that I did research for 4 years too. So I was in a lab for 4 years. So I've looked at viruses under microscopes and looked at lung tissue and that kind of stuff. So yeah, COVID is real. Unfortunately, it's real.
When she said lab, she didn't mean Dr. Dre. She was talking about
real
life.
I have been in a lab with a pen and a pad, but that's been a while.
That's been a while.
Wow.
So I want to go into, for people that might be watching or who's going to wind up seeing this show later, just want to give a little background on Alicia. Like when I say hood, she came up from the hood. I ain't gonna say which hood. I'll let her explain that part. You know what I'm saying? But we came up together. I was one of the ones I was blessed enough to see her in the studio singing, sound like a songbird. I mean, dropping lyrics. She is a lot of history that goes back. That this is a true story that you need to tell your kids, because when you got kids in the hood that think they can't make it, here we go. We got one of our own personal that became a doctor that went through all the hards, the ins, outs, the do's, the don'ts, the trials, tribulations, everything. And now is a full-fledged success story with that doctor in front of her.
I got a question. Did I ever piss you off before I come visit you for a visit? I just want to make sure I'm on the side.
As a physician, I don't hold grudges.
Oh. But she didn't say no.
No. You ain't never made me mad. Not at all.
Because what song did we do that you was singing a chorus? I think Jay lost it.
Oh, we sang we did so many.
Yeah.
So many.
She got a bunch of vocals on a lot of different songs, man.
Oh, speaking of,
we had that whole mixtape.
Yeah. Speaking of, we're gonna have your boy on here next Friday.
Who was that?
Drama.
Drama's idol.
Oh, Drama's Idol.
Hold up, I got one funny for y'all, man. I wound up going out yesterday, and I'm thinking of Hex. I'm thinking of yeah, I'm thinking of Twink, but I'm saying Hex. I'm saying his rap name because we was at this little spot I like going to for hibachi called Fujiyami,
I
and
love Fujiyamas and I love Twink. Side note.
there you go. Fujiyami is that deal. You just gotta know the right chef to get. They got a Jesus up there now. They don't have a they got the Japanese chef, but they must have been run out of chefs, so they brought Jesus from the back from cooking and gave him some spatulas, made him like his first show, he was fucking up. I'm looking like, man, you fucking up. But then I
My
see the
mom
second,
really does not like that. My mom knows exactly what chef you're talking about, and she's very unhappy with his services.
yeah, a lot of people
Oh.
is, but I don't know. I guess when he first come out, he's shaky or whatever. Because like I said, I seen him drop the spatulas, everything. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't want him cooking my food. So I know how to play it. I go to Fuji enough to know, okay, that person sat down before me. Okay, so he's gonna cook for them. That's who we got as a chef. So I know. But anywho,
It turned into a water boy situation. And we got the bus boy from the back. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we need you.
hey,
Tag in.
Hey, they did something because I'm out there cracking jokes. I had my whole side of our table just rolling. I'm like, man, that's Jesus over there because he was cooking for the people in front of us. That's how I was able to see his show. I'm like, nigga, that's Jesus.
Is his
Look
name
at the shag.
really
Look
Jesus? Or
look
we
at the
kind of teetered the
ponytail.
line?
Hey, I don't know, but I'm just saying right now, his name is Jesus.
Okay.
At
At least you're not calling him Jose.
Hey, I could have called him Jose too, but hey, to be in all fairness, all the Japanese cooks up there are 100% Japanese,
Okay.
but they have Americanized names because Brian is the one who I usually have cook. Tall, slim dude. His name Brian.
I
It's
think
Brian.
I'll feel with your name, Brian, not
Hold
Lee.
up. Brian is one of the top dogs. And then Mike, that dude funny as hell. But he the one who got me to eat my steak medium rare. He
Mike.
talk shit to you, and then they all douse you with sake. Anywho, so we was sitting there. Yeah, with sake. With sake. They hit you with that sake.
Douse you.
They douse you with sake, man. You got to sit there and open your mouth while they just. I'm not going to say how it would sound. Like
Pause for the cause.
you got to put a pause in front of that
Pause
shit.
for the cause.
They squirt sake in your mouth.
Sake. Sake. Sake
So,
to me.
Anywho,
It's a family show, sir.
so anywho,
I just like to say to the listeners, this is not me making Hispanic names for the waiters or
Hey. We jumped off the Hispanic.
or making offensive
We
Asian
done moved
accents.
forward.
okay. Anyways,
This disclaimer gonna work, damn it.
to the nuts and bolts of the story is you can always go back and quote a family funk music song from any one of our artists in a outing. You could just be sitting there and something appear next you see yourself quoting some lyrics from one of us.
That is absolutely true.
So while we were sitting there, it was this white family sitting across from us, and it was a grandmama sitting there, and that grandmama was sitting there, and I'm just looking at this woman like, oh my goodness. So it was something that was said, and then I turned to my cousin DP. I said, DP, you know what? Some women always ask you for the salted nuts, but sometimes you got to give unsalted nuts.
Make her
unsalted
The salted ones make her choke.
all this peanut butter.
So when I said that, hold up. When I said that, I was making it because of the old lady looked like the mother from that movie when fam took that line. It was the old lady from that movie.
Mommy dearest.
Oh man.
You bought me the unsalted nuts. The unsalted makes me choke.
My style is peanut butter.
Man.
Peanut butter. Oh man, I remember.
So
the fuck
needless
out
to
there.
Needless to say, I had everybody sitting there laughing, and then I just don't stop there. I went and found a picture of her, and I showed the picture of that same mother because she was from the Goonies when she had that what's the name that beanie hat on.
Hey, you forgot it where she started. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? Wendy's put her on.
But I'm trying to think, what was Danny DeVito name in that movie, man?
Oh, throw her from the train.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, Mammy, you
Yeah,
barely
sounds
shot your
insane.
nuts. I asked you
Yep,
for the
yep.
unsalted nuts. The unsalted nuts make me choke.
But
That shit was hilarious.
you
But
got to think
anywho,
about how we was back in the day. They had a movie called "Throw Mama from the Train," where they
Yeah.
plotted on that man's wife, wasn't it? And his
Yeah.
mama
The one
he's
dude
supposed
wife
to kill.
Yeah.
They didn't know each other.
supposed to kill his mother.
Yep.
Yeah.
just woke up one day. Hey man, your wife fucking with you. I got a deal for you. Like just
Hey,
her
man.
like shit.
Oh, and we want to. The disclaimer is, we, this is just our opinion. We're not trying to put people with mothers.
We do not
people's
want to
wives.
throw anyone's mother from the train.
We're just
No, I
not
don't think
making-
Amtrak gonna have it. I don't think
shit.
Amtrak gonna have that. Shit, them doors be locked.
Man, hey, honestly, and they just now starting to catch on to it, but bullshit ain't done. You know where the most spousal murders are done?
In their homes.
No, the most spousal murders, where most people take their spouse to dispose or kill of their spouse, are on cruise ships.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They have real flimsy laws, right? Because people don't have jurisdiction in certain places, and the cruise ships have
Exactly.
deregulated a lot of stuff. Yeah, I
Exactly.
think that's true.
So I wound up finding that out. There's been quite a few people that went overboard.
Why did you find that out? You was
Because
just
they've been
bored one
talking
day.
about
Just bored one day. Like
No.
fuck it, I wonder if I could throw.
It has nothing to do with that. It's simple fact of nigga, I was going on cruises.
Yeah,
And honestly, it was a crazy bitch. It was a crazy bitch on the cruise that we was trying to figure out how to get rid of. Like
Oh my God.
out loud.
allegedly. Hey,
Another
it don't matter because
another
she's
another
back here,
disclaimer.
she probably still crazy as a fuck when it's all said and done.
Yeah, you
But
gonna
I
stop
mean,
being crazy.
when it's all said,
I do
hey,
not
look,
condone throwing women from the cruises.
Sharita, hey, look, hold up. If you understood what this chick did, like, man, it seemed like we couldn't have a good dinner because this chick always came with some crazy ass shit at dinner. Like, it wasn't no allegedly. It's facts, nigga. This is facts. I was sitting at the table when she came and cussed me the fuck out like she was with me. Like, no, you with her. Like, you with her, so.
So you're talking about innocent.
Okay, now wait, real quick. What happened with Jim Brown?
Huh?
Jim Brown?
What? Yeah,
He died.
age. Old
I
age.
know, but he wasn't that old. He's like 80 something.
Wasn't that old? Wait, what?
Well, I come from a family that lived to be good into their 90s and still died by accident. So what did he die from? What killed him? They don't know.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
old
did
age.
not do that
Okay,
much
I'll
research.
take it. I'll take it.
I did not do that much research because it wound up coming across
Google
right.
said that Brown died of natural causes.
Naturally,
Okay.
it was time for him to go.
Jim Brown is the only black guy that didn't get that particular stigma put on his name before he passed.
What was the stick? What they tried
You know,
to
they put a distinguished name on every
Oh.
famous, popular black guy.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Cosby rapes ugly white women.
But they didn't
Michael
put
Jackson.
that on him. He put that on him. What
What
about Sidney
Very-
Poitier?
No, look, when that shit came up, it was because Bill Cosby was trying to buy.
Okay, what
NBC.
about Sidney Poitier? He just died. Wasn't nothing on him.
No, didn't
Terry Belafonte.
Both of them made sure that they weren't messing with no white women.
Yeah,
And they
They
wasn't
said
raping
get caught.
people.
They didn't get
No
caught.
white women.
But
All
I'm
right.
saying-
Well, Griff,
Wait,
But see, hold up.
wait.
The other thing is they wasn't
I
trying to
gotta
buy
have my
stuff
point.
that they shouldn't have been
I don't know
buying.
about the other one. Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they was doing shit like, okay, so with Prince, Michael Jackson, like they had catalogs that people wanted. Because like right now, Corey Holcomb on the 5150 podcast, he's talking
not
about
Corey Holcomb.
now. Yeah, Corey Holcomb is like how they are trying to strip R. Kelly from his catalog because his catalog is worth multi-millions. And they want his catalog. So I can set up a lot of different people and say, here, I'm gonna give you $1,000, but I need you to come to court and I need you to say this about this guy. And that's what he's breaking out. Like, this is what they did to Prince before they killed off Prince. This is what they did to Michael Jackson before they killed off Michael Jackson. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Because now they saying
the list goes on and on for rapists too, though. So like, I feel like you got to separate the two things. Like there's
What's
a
up?
catalog, there's things that you have that are worth something, and there's financial reasons to like take you down. But then there's also the rape pieces, right? And I think
Didn't Prince own
if
half of the Vikings?
Nah. Prince was highly educated. He was putting people up on the chemtrails.
Oh, okay.
So when
so what
Prince,
is Prince's scandal? What did he do?
no, they just killed
Just
him
being
off.
too pretty.
He gave up details about the chemtrails and a few other things. He wasn't no part of the Illuminati because Sony was pissed off at him because that's why when Prince was the symbol, he had to fight back to get his name, his own personal name. Like so,
Warner Brothers.
huh?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yeah, that was Warner Brothers. I forgot. I thought it was Sony, but it was Warner Brothers. But either way it go, the whole point of that, Alicia, is the fact of it's always a bigger picture. And the one thing that they're putting out here is media is the main killer of everybody. Because I could just put something on media and destroy the hell out you.
There's
and say,
always a bigger picture, but there's also always details and truths too. Like
yeah.
Just because you may have something that somebody wants, but that doesn't mean that you did not do whatever thing that you come out haven't done. So I think those are two separate things. Like,
So
okay, I want your catalog. I want to take you down. I want your catalog. That's a separate thing from whether or not you rape somebody and they can prove it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And every person that died don't die because somebody killed them.
That is true. This is coming from
You know what I'm saying?
From our podcast.
So what I'm gonna say about that is this. They put a lot. You remember how we was talking before we even came on air about the different things with these movies and stuff that they showed us. They had, what was the main show that they had on? What was it called? Where
they got a Scandal.
Kerry Washington and old boy from Stump the Yard was on there.
It's the presidential show, right?
Yeah, it was showing how the government was taking out people and cleaning up different stuff. So if you can clean up stuff and you can take out different people,
you do know Scandal is pretend though, right? It's not like a docuseries.
Everything. Once again, that's why I was trying to. That's what we were saying earlier. A lot of stuff they're gonna make it look fictional, just so you don't ever think that is real.
Because that's
but I'm making something look fictional. Don't make it real though, huh?
You show it to you. You know, it says your right for you to know what the government doing, and I believe what he's saying because like. Okay, y'all remember the movie One with Angelina Jolie and you remember when she had the what we call it, shooting around the corner. Then all of a sudden they had that what was that show that the man from Full Metal Jacket when he did the
Lisa.
What
not you. It's another Lisa that's following us on live.
Oh, Lisa.
That she said not ugly white women. Like, come on.
That thing to carve around the thing. So I always believe the government shows you what they're doing. Now, if you choose to believe it, and because they put a little added spin on it, then you know that's upon you. They let you know what was going on. Now, if you can choose to believe it or not, but because I put it out there, now that's your choice.
Yeah. Everything is put out there for you.
Why?
And be fictional, so you don't believe it, but half the time it's believable. Lisa, when I say ugly white women, what I'm saying is, have you seen all them people that they post up about Bill Cosby? All the women they said he raped. I don't know. They might have been cute back then, but right now they in their 70s.
You don't have to be cute to be raped.
One thing I didn't understand about that is if he drugged them.
Huh? They was because I think they did show some of their pictures. Yeah, it was ugly back then.
You don't have to be cute to be raped, guys.
You're right, sis.
That's fact.
You don't.
But
if you drugged them, how did they remember what happened? All
verbatim. You took lewds, but you remember everything that happened.
Like, I could take a good ibuprofen and don't remember the half the night. But they remember
you ain't drug addicts.
Okay. I will take that.
All I'm saying is what I'm saying is it's hard to take a hard stance. Okay, so like everything that's fictional may not be. No. I'm not even going that far. What I'm saying is, just because somebody show you something that's fictional and you like, okay, some fictional things can be true, doesn't make everything you see that's fictional based in truth or reality.
Correct.
And then everything that that you hear, like You may hear, one person that raped this other person, and that we don't even know the details of that stuff to say what's true or what's not true. That's why you have like evidence and people
So you
that
want to know what's
train
true?
to like learn the evidence and evaluate the evidence.
You want to
Then
know what is true?
we come in 30 years later, like we don't even know what the hell them drugs was, or we don't know
Yeah,
nothing.
we don't.
They had some
But
strong shit back
one thing that is true that
So to take a
you hear
stance when we
everybody
don't
talking
know,
about right now, one thing that you know is true that everybody's talking about right now, and we know this period, old head niggas taking down young chicks back in the day.
that
What's
don't mean
the
we
name?
know that.
My guy said it best last night. Darnell Rollins said it best last night. He was like, "Ain't no such thing as old new pussy. Who wants old new pussy?"
What the
I
hell
mean,
is
like, dude, this is
What?
what he said
But
on
that don't
stage
mean
last night.
What
It
somebody
was
somebody
it was
first of all,
hilarious.
he's like, that's a
I want some new.
comedian.
He's like, I want some new because he literally just had a baby by a young chick.
Oh.
He just like Darnell Rollins just had a baby by a young chick. Still cool dude. I got a chance to meet him last night, but he wound up saying that in his show. But Jay-Z smashed Foxy Brown when she was like 15. He was grown. It's a lot of people out here that's doing this, but there's a lot of people that they ain't touching when it's all said and done. So it's like, if you came at R. Kelly, why you ain't go with Jay-Z? Why you didn't go at?
Well, because R. Kelly did something. R. Kelly's issue wasn't just that he was having sex with young girls,
He ain't got the money.
right? It was the sexual abuse. It was the sexual abuse. It was the using sex as a punishment. It was the holding and isolating from families. It was the degrading sex stuff. It was the group sex stuff. It was it was other elements. It was other elements that it's no longer alleged. Allegedly was pre-trial. It's alleged.
They said, I gotta agree with you.
Pre-evidence means is alleged.
They didn't show no solidified proof on all of R. Kelly stuff. They
even
had no proof on none of
even
that.
in the cases, it's
But
They
basically
did solidify proof. Video.
they were
Had a video, and I know y'all saw it.
The only one that they talking about is that old video that he got prosecuted for way back when. They ain't talking about no other.
Why? Okay, this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. How two non-rapists is going so hard for somebody that is probably a rapist, rather than going hard for somebody who is like definitely not. Like,
I'm not going hard for
all the evidence is pointing at rape.
I'll tell y'all what I know.
It's not logically.
A rapper doctor. A singing doctor.
Oh, this dude going up. So,
a singing rapper doctor scientist.
Only thing I'm gonna say,
doctor scientist.
all I'm gonna say is
a
this:
singing rapper doctor scientist, beat maker, producer.
Everything that you just named off is a lifestyle now. Group sex is a lifestyle. God damn it, you can go to places.
It's a lifestyle when you grown and you're a willing participant.
Huh?
It's a lifestyle when you're an adult and you're a willing participant. The crime is when you force someone to do it and it's a child. That is the crime.
Hold on.
I know that you don't misunderstand that.
Hold up. You know one thing that I know. He's famous. These teenage girls is probably was throwing themselves out. I don't think he was forcing them too much.
But a child cannot throw themselves at somebody because they're a child. They have child brains. Just like if you have somebody, if you have somebody that with special needs, right? You have somebody that thinks like an 11-year-old, and they say, "Oh, you so sexy, I want to have sex with you." That person is not cognitively able to consent. And somebody that's 40 can't say, "Okay, yeah, this girl is 15, she want me." That is the whole premise of it. Even if somebody is, that's why you have like child sex laws, right? Because they're not cognitive, their brains are not able to say, "Yeah, this is what I want." And you as an adult man, be like, "Yeah, she's consenting. She knows what she's supposed to be doing." Like, no, that's not how this works. And that's why retarded dudes that's 40 and 50 go and have sex with 15-year-olds.
Now, see, that right there was my next step of, to me, I blame it on the adult because you should know better. It's all said and done. This is a kid.
We do know better, right? We do. That's part of the whole power differential.
Unfortunately, that's the fucked up part about it.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it really needs to be a bigger part of the conversation, especially adult females having sex with male children.
Mhm.
That conversation is not talked about enough, and it really is messing up a lot of people.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt played. We didn't have that
Me
when I
too.
was younger. It, like,
Yeah,
but
you
they
did.
look
It
like
just didn't
old
happen to you.
grandmas. And like you didn't get the
Look,
teachers nowadays. It's
You
just
did. It just wasn't you.
if Miss
They were.
Claxton that she wanted to
They were doing it. It just wasn't you.
you know, it wasn't me. I didn't get that.
If
I didn't get
Miss
that.
Claxton said that she wanted me to take her down, I'd have took her down. I'm just trying to tell you right now. Miss Claxton, you know who you is.
Shout out. shout out, shout out. Man,
Hey, it's only a few teachers right now that we see in our adult stage that it's like, man, look, back then on the playground
Yeah,
when
my
we was
kids-
playing bowling, yeah,
my kids had some teachers like parent teacher conference. I'm most definitely there.
oh yeah, I gotta say, my kids got some darn teachers, man. It's like
ooh.
nowadays you see daddies actually picking up their kids from school. Like, hold up, man. Oh, you need me to go pick them up? Hold on, let me go. Hey, you sit down, chill out. You been at work all day. I go get the kids from school just because they got some teachers up there nowadays, you know.
But to add to it, yes, when it all boils down to it, no grown ass man is supposed to be having sex with no little ass girl.
Or
So-
grown ass woman.
Or grown ass woman, yes, true. Even though,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stop touching on these little kids, y'all. Y'all gross.
That shit's disgusting. It's not
But-
for us, you know.
But some of that shit, I'm just letting you know, I don't believe some of the shit. But
some of these kids are
but
still
that
standing.
Aaliyah shit,
They
that
still
Aaliyah
strong.
shit, and
A
Sparkle,
lot of kids are still standing, still strong.
but when it came out of R. Kelly, I was like, no.
Oh, kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
see,
I think-
with the Kells, it was a lot of mothers that threw their daughters
I don't.
in that way, which is fucked up too, though. So they need
Yeah,
to be.
I don't think it's only one way to see every case, right? Every single case needs to be taken on its own merit, and that's what anybody like. Yeah, I don't never. It's crazy how sometimes you see people that always take the side of the rapist, and some people that always take the side of the supposed victim when nobody knows the details.
Exactly.
That's
And so
that's ludicrous to me.
got the other Lisa that's making her comment. Why not charge the parents? And that's where I was going at with
You
this.
should,
Why not charge the parents for allowing their teenager daughters
and
to
they do
be with R.
sometimes.
Kelly or other adults? Because you know what, Elvis
They do
Presley.
charge her.
Elvis Presley, was that his cousin? Well, either way it goes, the little girl Elvis married. The parents pretty much went to court to agree to allow that marriage to happen for him to marry that 14-year-old girl, which that shit is just fucking downright disgusting.
So,
Yeah.
but
Okay. So there's multiple differences there too,
You brung
right?
her,
Yep.
he brung her
Go ahead,
overseas.
Paul.
Sorry about that, Alicia, but he brung her overseas too.
But
So
ain't
not
that-
only did you travel to, I think it was like fucking England, to go pick
Yeah.
old girl up, and then you turned around and married her. She was 14 years old.
didn't some other white dude did that with his daughter?
I think
his
my
stepdaughter?
grandma was 13 when she got married. My grandmother was 13 when she got married to my grandfather, who was good and grown. I think that's wrong, but I think that's
That was
like
the
on
thing
the
back
on. Yeah, and it's different to marry a 14-year-old girl and be like, okay, this is who I'm going to take as a wife and create a life for her and whatever. Yeah, there's still that big power differential. Yes, that can be extremely abusive and that has its own complications, but that's different from using a 14-year-old girl to recruit other 14-year-old girls and peeing on her and punching her in her face and making her suck your dick when you mad at her. Like, that's a whole different ball
That's
game. And I
something
think
allegedly.
each
Some cultures-
situation.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So some cultures.
It's not allegedly. Stop saying allegedly. Allegedly is before you have evidence and before you have a trial. Once a trial has concluded, it's no longer alleged.
Because in
I
Canada,
haven't
it's
seen
legal for
anything
a
put out there as
21-year-old.
of yet as that wasn't alleged. And some of this stuff, once again, that they are putting out here on not the main media, but the other type of media that is trying to get hard facts and evidence and stuff, and showing that a lot of these folks was paid off to make them say that. Like when
So you believe?
Surviving R.
so
Kelly,
you-
when Surviving R. Kelly came out, shit, Dave Chappelle went up there and actually said it in his stand-up, like, man, this chick I knew came and asked me, hey, we're doing this documentary on R. Kelly. You want to be a part?
He said, "I don't know him."
He was like, nah, I'm good. But he was like,
He
the
said,
main
"I
thing
don't know
is,
him."
I don't know this nigga. So it's
Right?
like
I don't know him.
that this chick, when she made up that documentary, And I
that's
used
a
to
big
get
jump.
paid
Like
off.
you making a whole big jump.
And she's paying people to come and just say all type of shit.
Okay,
Because
so documentaries are fake, but Snowfall is real. And that's
Snowfall ain't
your
real.
stand. Like that's the stance
Snowfall ain't
that
real.
he's taking in this world. That the
Whoa.
fictional stuff is really real and the stuff that has evidence is really fake.
I'm gonna say reading between the lines.
Well,
because
where are we
I'm
going?
gonna go this route with you.
Where
I'm
are we
gonna go this
going with
route with
this?
you. We're gonna walk away from Snowfall.
Okay.
Let's go over to Marvel real quick.
We're going
Let's go over to Marvel and talk about Thanos and the message that Thanos was putting out here that the world would be better if you kill off half the world. Because now you'll have more food and everything else for everybody else to live a better life and to have a good life and have enough food for everybody.
Okay, so you're
Right
talking about, but now you're talking about ideals that are put forward in movies versus actual factual events. I think, yeah, anything you present, fictional or facts, can promote a certain ideal that you can connect to reality. But I'm talking about actual facts. Is there somebody that's collecting rings and snapping their finger and making half the people leave the world? Probably not. Maybe, but what I'm saying,
a lot of these movies and a lot of these shows are putting certain
a
things
doctor
in
on
there, once again, as they call it, Easter eggs. But it's for you to open up your eyes and see these
for
Easter eggs
sure.
in there and find.
But
he fucked
I'm
around and
saying
killed
just because there's an Easter egg doesn't make that the thing that's true. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying,
Ask yourself,
not
is the
saying
world
that
overpopulated? This is
I
a
don't
movie
think
that
so.
you're saying the world is overpopulated.
I don't
There it
think
is.
the world is overpopulated. Is that what we know? I don't know. I'm not a geologist. What's the word on that?
That's a big thing right now, that the world is overpopulated.
Is
That's
it?
why it's not enough food to feed everybody, which I feel like
I
is
don't
bull.
think that's not true. That's for sure not true. There's not enough
You got
food to
too many
feed everybody.
that's just greedy as fuck.
Well, that's a distribution issue, right? We 300 pounds. Like, no, it's not. There's not a food
Hey.
shortage.
Hey, I'm not 300 pounds.
No, it's
I'm
not no food
223,
shortage.
goddammit.
Even the poorest of us
Respect
have
my
more than
mass.
enough calories. No, that's a food distribution issue, which doesn't mean that the world is overpopulated. It means that that's a whole capitalist deal. For another podcast, I think. But I don't know if the world's overpopulated. That's not my expertise, but I'm willing to look it up and find out.
So the other Lisa said these high profile people do interviews and say this stuff. We just don't listen. That was her opinion on that. I identify as a skinny like okay, Rolly said he identifies as
Thank you, Rolly. I'm not no damn 300 pounds. I refuse. No, I was
And tell Rolly we reading the chat. I'm reading the chat.
You live in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is
one of the most heaviest states ever.
Yeah.
Overweight ass state there is.
Well, look, we'll end it with this. When it all boils down to it, yes, when blame go both ways. So was he wrong as far as in doing what he did? Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a situation where, you know what I'm saying, you have some people I think that are not going to tell the truth, but then you also have some people that are going to tell the truth. So y'all both saying the same thing, which is that, you know what I'm saying, you got to kind of read between the lines on what's real and what's not. But unfortunately, when you have somebody like an R. Kelly or something like that, where you are already proven to have had sex with a 14-year-old girl on freaking camera, and then also married a 15-year-old girl, then, you know what I'm saying, you kind of guilty until possibly proven innocent, because you've already been convicted and you've already been proven to have done it. And that's where that's where he messed up at. But we're not in the courts. We don't know exactly what the proof is or anything like that. But I think he messed up his career even before it even started when he married that young girl, that little girl.
You talking about
that's my whole thing. Like I do understand that, back in the days, people used to get married at 13, 14 years old, stuff like that. But most of that stuff was arranged, and it was, you got, how can I say this? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't frowned upon then, but nowadays, especially when it comes down to all this fame and things like that, like you got to be careful what you're doing. You have to be careful of the choices that you make. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to guilt, he's definitely guilty of that. He made a lot of bad choices. And that was it. It's even with Bill Cosby, same thing. You're making a lot of bad choices if they are rapists or whatever, in which, like I said, one of them is a proven rapist, which is a statutory rapist. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to be held accountable for what you do.
So I'm with you on. I'm with you. What happened? Oh yeah, we
That was that.
So-
was that straight from us?
hold on. Something just
Podcast
went
final thought. Oh,
No, he was just saying he was gonna end that topic.
okay.
She clicked off. Oh, I think she been clicked off for a second though. So with only thing I'm gonna say with the Bill Cosby part,
They took his
watch
statue down
other
out of
watch
Disney
other
now.
documentaries, because sometimes other documentaries. This is what we was talking about far as Malcolm X, Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, and goddamn. When we was talking about all them, I wound up watching the Playboy documentary since Hef is dead now.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
they said
everything's
Hef was-
coming out. So Bill Cosby used to be at the Playboy Mansion. So 9 times out of 10, half of these people that they coming out is people that was feeling some type of way about the stuff that the Playboy Mansion had going on. And okay, I'll say he played his part in that. And you know, did what he did or whatever he didn't do or whatever, he was there. So I'm gonna say that. But it was facts that was stated in the documentaries through some of these ladies and other people that, have had the Quaaludes and stuff brung in, not just for the women, but for all the higher up dudes and all that stuff. So now I feel like they using all that and just pinning it on Bill Cosby when he was just partaking in the festivities that was happening at the Playboy Mansion.
Hef, what he did to Marilyn Monroe. Like Marilyn Monroe took some pictures because she was trying to go to college. Hef held the pictures until she blew up in the movies and then put them out.
Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
Like,
It was his pictures. He could do whatever he
Yeah,
wanted to do with
but-
them. So
He just, when it all boils down to it, he's a businessman. So, you know what I'm saying? Your stock will go up when you get famous.
yeah.
And I get more money out of it. Unfortunately, like I said, people make bad decisions. You made a bad decision to be able to, to pose like that. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't put yourself in a predicament to be black. That's what I'm trying to say about Bill Cosby. Don't put yourself in a predicament as far as Bill Cosby. They've been trying to get this cat for 30 years on the same shit.
Mhm.
So you gotta stop. When are you gonna stop putting yourself?
because City Partier didn't partake in none of that. Well, at least it wasn't put out that he did.
Remember to go to the Facebook and YouTube from Straight From Us Podcast. Press that like button and subscribe.
IG
Subscribe
and
and
TikTok
IG.
also.
And follow.
So on this next segment, we're getting ready to go into Snowfall.
We got enough
This is something that we supposed to been talking about for a while. So what I need right now, if you know anything about Snowfall, I need you to chime in so we can put you on the panel. Because I'm the only really Snowfall person on here right now. I'm the only one who watched all complete seasons and know the ins and outs. I even know the Easter eggs and the hidden stuff that most didn't know about Snowfall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and smile. I'm not gonna be really any help with this Snowfall situation. Now, if it was The Wire, I can have a complete conversation about that. Well, it did kind of father all the rest of these shows, though.
The Wire pretty much
And Sopranos.
Yes. Sopranos was like the first, and then The Wire came right after Sopranos. So correct. Trying to get some more people that I know for a fact that are Snowfall watchers. I think you got damn. You got Mr. WWE himself on there, because I believe me and him was talking about Snowfall too. So if you know anything about Snowfall, chime in. say something, let me know so I can send you a link and put you on this panel so we can get into this discussion about Snowfall.
Brought to you by Beans and Franks.
Who said that?
Pork chops of chunky. To make you feel good, but the bathroom is going to be funky.
This nigga said pork chops or chunky.
So if we were still in the PG era, do you think like a show like Snowfall would have made it? You think it would have? Think it?
I think everybody was looking for something outside of the box.
Much. And you have to say thank you to the Simpsons. They desensitized a lot of things.
I still got to get used to doing this, sending folks message from over here off of the page per se. You got somebody clicking in over there?
Yeah, it sounded like it.
What up, fellas?
What up? What up? What up, Rose? Rose, you was into Snowfall too, wasn't you?
A little bit. I'm still like behind for a couple episodes.
So you probably more than me.
What's going on? How y'all been?
Man, we doing. How you been, bro?
Being all right on this Friday night.
Right? Same old, same old.
What's the question? If you take a shit at 12 o'clock a.m., is it the same shit but a different day?
That is a good question. That's a good question.
Good question.
Well, yeah, I think so. Same shit, different day.
Different day. Well,
Or is it the same shit, different toilet?
different toilet.
Same shit, different.
It's usually the same shit, different toilet.
Because I don't think you should just be shitting in everybody's toilet.
You don't use the same toilet every time you shit.
Just shitting on
Everybody
toilet.
bathroom.
One place you do not shit is in the club.
That
Do
is
you
correct.
run to the gas station or church? Ooh.
Ooh.
I might have to give it to the church because it said
Not
come
sure.
as you are, and if my stomach was messed up, I came. So I had to use your toilet.
So you only come when your stomach is messed up? Is that
Oh,
what you saying?
no. Religious, we leaving this alone?
Yeah, we're leaving it. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Prank call.
Mm-mm.
All right, Rose. How far did you get in Snowfall?
Man, I'm still like on the second season.
You suck.
Hey, you on the go, man.
Yes.
I said it. You suck.
I miss you
So
too.
you didn't even watch the last one, huh?
No, no more than like what they show on Facebook and stuff. That was on.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you're gonna have to binge watch that stuff because that last episode was great.
It's freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
I heard. It was freaking awesome.
It's freaking awesome, dude. It was eye opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it puts you in a deeper perspective of things that most people don't even think about.
Oh, well.
Well, also shows
And
it's the
don't glorify the
backstory.
Holy Lord.
It's the backstory to a lot of people that you know what I'm saying, that you know. Like I know a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you ain't seen it yet, so you'll see. But everybody knows that one kind of kingpin, you know what I'm saying, and when the fall is mighty, very mighty.
The fall from grace.
Mm.
Definitely fell from grace and then some.
I gotta finish watching.
So Rose, go into what you. Well, I'm gonna do it like this. Let me stop trying to let's just go into it because at first I was sitting here trying to bring more people to the panel to have this discussion and trying to find some Snowfall people. I should have been on this shit sooner and earlier, but hey, it is what it is. Um, with that being said, Snowfall was loosely based off of the Rick Ross story. He was with John Singleton trying to do a Rick Ross movie. Freeway Ricky Ross, not the fat dude that
That
says
stole
oh,
the name.
not him.
Not
We
him.
talking about the actual factual
Freeway.
Freeway Ricky Ross that started the the crack epidemic because he actually went to learn. Well, he got credit for it because if you watch, um, he had to go get taught how to make it, and when he got taught how to make it, he traveled somewhere to get taught how to make it because he was trying to figure out different ways to get his cocaine sold.
Mm.
Um, so with that being said, all that went into the first. No, I want to say I believe the second season of Snowfall. I think it was like the second season to the third season of Snowfall when he started actually um, turning cocaine into crack. But
Ghetto dope.
when it's all said and done, it started with this young black teenager, you know, who had a white friend that was the son of a porno king in California. He's
Oh.
supposed to be going to college. He was trying to go to college, do his thing and do it the right way. Uh, Wind up selling weed for his uncle. You know what I'm saying? And as he was selling weed for his uncle and everything, he's selling weed to the white boys, and the white boy would go to the mansion that his father was filming porn in.
It was called grass back then.
And they was selling weed. It was called weed still, but weed is weed. That ain't gonna change. Uh, so as everything progressed, it kept going forward. When it came down to it, speed forward a little bit. The dude wound up introducing him to Abby, which I can't remember. He was some type of foreign dude who was slanging guns and had drugs and stuff like that. So next thing you know, he wound up on Franklin something. He was like, "Man, can you get rid of this brick?" And gave him a brick of cocaine, and
Mm.
it went on from there. Like he took off. He took off running. He started his own college of selling drugs. And when I say he was selling drugs at the highest of drug selling capacity, man, he put people on that was leery about it because at that time cocaine was not a black drug. It was not in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So he was mainly selling to his white friends, fathers, porn people. The people that was doing the porn was the ones who was tooting the cocaine. So he was finding
Wow.
people that was tooting it and everything else, and he was trying to be able to move it, and he was moving coke for a nice little chunk of time, you know, in different ways and stuff like that. So luckily he had the correct plugs and stuff at that time. And then when you get to fast forwarding, I think he wound up getting 2 bricks or 3 bricks. They wound up upping his ante. He stopped once he started selling, and they upped the ante. That's when he got into it. He got connected with the CIA person. When he got connected with the CIA person, that's the person that really gave him that weight and put him out there to make him start moving some business that he wasn't ready for yet and couldn't handle. Um, as he was trying to handle that, I'm trying to think. It wasn't New York, but he wound up going. Damn, I can't think exactly where he wound up going, but he wound up going to a spot, and the RZA
Is it Resurrector?
taught him how to make crack rock. And when the RZA
Wow.
taught this man how to make crack rock, man, when I say he took off, he put everybody on. Only thing that messed up, he only had his own core little squad, which was his uncle, his uncle's wife, well, soon to be wife, his right hand man Leon, and then Leon's soon to be wife, well, girlfriend, soon to be crackhead, soon to be wife.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's a lot of titles.
man.
Coming
When I say
soon.
that turn took
Crack.
that turn
Coming
took.
soon.
Man, I'm put it like this. That man had some power to him. He had something that most black men would never have, man. Because he had nothing but love for his girl. That was his girl. Ride or die chick had his back until she got introduced to crack. They taught her how to cook it. She was the first one they taught how to cook crack.
Make crack like this.
And as they taught her how to cook it, I forgot what triggered her and made her try. But when she tried it, that was it. It was over for her. It was a wrap.
It always fall off like that.
She was sucking dick for crack.
Damn.
And man, when I say,
damn,
hold up, I hate to say it, man. I watched her interview. I can't think of her name, her actual name right now, but she did an interview on Nappy Boy Radio, T-Pain podcast. But every show I done seen her in, she ain't been in no movies, but she been in a bunch of different little shows. She plays that person, that dick sucking chick person. Like she plays that part, but she plays it well. Because in Snowfall, it's like for dude to actually sit there and as he coming in to, because now they the top dog. So as he coming in to serve somebody else, which she took what was taught to her and got to teaching some other people, but they still had to come back to Franklin and start buying from Franklin. And as they coming in to sell dude, they work. His woman is over there bossing the other dude off in the corner in front of everybody. Ain't thinking nothing about it because all she thinking of is shit. I want that crack. That's it. And this is a young girl too. She was young. And man, I ain't gonna lie. Bad little chick. She did fit the description of having the dick sucking lips and stuff because when she was in P Valley, that's what they known her as in P Valley as the bad stripper chick, but she had the pretty ass dick sucking lips and this, that, and other, and she was getting paid in P Valley too. But then she had the other show. I forgot the name of that show. I ain't even finished watching it because I think it's a series, but it ain't all that great. But it's supposed to be, and she's a beehive person. Like she's crazy over Beyonce and she's actually killing people for dissing Beyonce and shit. But either way it goes.
Don't kill nobody.
Old girl had a good character.
Ain't
Had a good
serious.
character. And in Snowfall, she went bad. She broke bad. Like after cooking crack, I don't know what made her want to smoke it, but she wound up smoking it.
Wow.
And his right hand man couldn't handle
off
that.
your own supply.
He couldn't handle that.
I don't care if they want an ounce, sell them bounce.
So with that being said, as time progressed, Franklin just got bigger and bigger and bigger, man. And the CIA just kept fronting him more and more dope, like more and more cocaine, bricks on top of bricks on top of bricks. So it was stated that they was funding a war over in Nicaragua with all the drug money that was coming in and stuff.
I can see
that was the whole thing of what that was really about. And with that being said, Franklin mother started helping him buy property because Franklin wanted him to buy the property and put the dude that she was working for, making him a whole bunch of money out of business. And he did that, when it was all said and done. Damn, man, there's so many damn topics to really touch on Snowfall because Snowfall it has a lot of depth to it.
We can break it down to another situation.
What's the other part you thinking of that comes close to you, Rose?
As in what?
The Snowfall epidemic.
I mean, for what it sounded like, it sounded like it was pretty good. Like I said, I only seen like the first couple of episodes on the first season, I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
What do you think about the first couple episodes? Oh, because you know what? I forgot to say. Franklin chick, his girl, got turned out on crack too. Franklin girl, his main love got turned out on crack.
I thought his main love was the baby mama who ran off.
Nope. Nah, his girlfriend was before her.
Oh, see, I watched some of it. I watched it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got to catch
Next
up
door
on it.
neighbor.
I gotta watch it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So and in this, it shows how once you first take that first life, you keep on going. Because Franklin became a killer. Like he was a killer. He just didn't care no more after a while. After technically taking his girlfriend's father's life, but made it look like it was a suicide. Now that should tell you something right there.
Wow.
He was doing some CIA type shit. Like, oh, you know what? We're gonna make this look like a suicide. You killed yourself.
Yeah, the part I seen was when he got to beefing with that one cop because he killed the cop daddy. Yeah, and they wrapped him up in that and they got they had him in the warehouse and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch it. It sounded like it was good.
It was good. I mean, with this, I'm gonna just switch up the topic some to something different because I mean it's pointless really without a panel that actually no Snowfall to really bounce off of each other.
Right. Sorry.
And then at the end of the day,
sorry.
at the end of the day, Snowfall, the season finale didn't already happen. So I mean, when everybody was really talking about it, we on the late show, unfortunately, but it is what it is.
Damn it! This is straight from us. We do what the hell we want to do. You see that disclaimer right there? Oh, see, he's not having a disclaimer up when I need it.
With
Damn
that,
it, Jay.
with that being said, Snowfall was one of them series that came on that where you didn't want to be talked to. Don't call me until that hour is up. So with that being said, you had Sopranos that was like that. You had The Wire that was like that. You had, I mean, the list goes on and on. With me, I was a Sons of Anarchy person. Like, don't hit me when Sons of Anarchy is on. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't talk to me. None of that.
I didn't like the other one. I couldn't get into. The was it the
Mayans was okay. Mayans can't really hold a candlestick to Sons, but Mayans was okay. Sons got it in, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sons of Anarchy was that show.
And I'll always still seen Clay as Hellboy.
Type shit.
Hey, wasn't Peggy Bunny on there?
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
She wasn't Peggy in that. She wasn't Peggy in that. She was cooking.
Far from Peggy. Like shit, she was smacking bitches in the face with skateboards.
But yo,
man, she wasn't no joke. She really wasn't no joke on there. Like full fledged. Peggy Bundy was that truth. Shit. Now you into Power right now. Really, you got Power, and I gotta say, 50 did his thing with the Power segment because he keep you wanting more and more and more. You want more Power, but now you want to see Force. Now you want to see Raising Kanan. Now you want to see. It's like, dude, damn, which one? Like, what's going on? Then he came with the BMF, and BMF. That season finale didn't happen already. You know what I'm saying? And you had Meech talking on there. He was narrating for BMF, and then this last season they had Southwest T narrating, which Southwest T is at home now. You know, Big Meech still locked down, Southwest T free. And as odd as it is, Southwest T is the one who they had all the dirt on. They didn't have no dirt on Meech, but they had all the dirt on Southwest T. They had some dirt, but Southwest T is the one who they had on the talking on the tapes, on the phone, all that stuff. They didn't have Meech or none of that.
What messed Meech up was when they found the logs. Because you know they had the stash house was called the White House. Yeah. And his accountant dude was writing everything down. And when they busted the house, they found the logs and his name and Meech's name was in it. That's what messed him up. That's why he got more time too. Because they found him to be the kingpin. He was the actual head of everything. So that's why they gave him more time. Southwest T, you know what I'm saying? He really kind of told on himself, but he wasn't the major. The major trafficker was Meech, because Meech was the one. He was the one that was at people renting the cars or whatever. They would go down to Mexico, and they come, they race it back up to what's the name of like Lamborghinis and shit like that with false panels in them and stuff. So they tied it back. They tied that back to Misha. That's what messed Misha up.
Mm.
Yeah.
And more you know.
But like I said, them whole series is man, they something serious because like right now we're at the season finale of Power Book. I think it's book 2, book 3, book 2. Yeah, we come to the season finale of that, and there's a lot of spoilers out there right now. Like it's a lot of spoilers. Like somebody didn't release they didn't release show episode 9 and 10 already. So right now you see Tariq going to jail talking to Epi, trying to see what she gonna do. You know, it's a lot of spoilers. So the question is, who's gonna die next? Is it gonna be Epi? Doubt it. Is it gonna be Kane? That's who they're looking at right now more strongly. Who is other? Because Proctor already died. They knew he was going to be get offed. It was time for him to get killed. It was time. I hate to say it, on some of these series, you just know when somebody's time is up. It's like, oh, your time up, nigga. You fucking up. You got to go.
Not really, because I don't know why they didn't kill Tasha as well.
Tasha? They came close plenty of times, but they didn't really have to kill her off. She's off the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she is coming back. Hold up. Tasha's coming back.
Just knowing that she's out there somewhere.
She's coming back.
That was funny. That was from the heart.
Yeah.
It feels some type of way. But
Yeah, she's coming back. She's coming back. So with that being said, I'm gonna just go into this because technically we don't have an asshole opinion or anything for this show because hell, this show was thrown together.
Sponsored by-
Show. It was a thrown together show. It was a bunch of things supposed to happen. Unfortunately,
But it was
due to
kinda sponsored
circumstances,
by assholeness.
sponsored by the asshole.
Yeah.
unfortunately, due to circumstances, you're supposed to have certain guests that's supposed to show up. They don't do what they say they're gonna do. What can you do? You got to move on and throw something together. But as the Straight From Us podcast crew, we are trying to be a little bit more professional and make sure get everything booked, who we gonna have booked, and get the showing, what's gonna show topics gonna be, and everything out to y'all in advance, not a couple hours before.
Yeah,
you know
'cause
that's
next
black
Friday-
nigga shit, unfortunately. But hey,
Next Friday gonna be live. We most definitely it's gonna be live next Friday with drama. You know, it's gonna be some back. I love that guy.
so for those that don't know what the fuck he's talking about, he's talking about bringing a guest on the show. Hopefully, the guest shows the fuck up. But he's bringing the guest, our little bro, Drama Idol. You know, he's been out here doing his motherfucking thing for a while. You know, rapping, doing his whole, you know, producing his whole rap career right now. So we looking forward to having a little bro on the show. You will see me posting on Facebook, IG, and TikTok some of his stuff throughout the week before he actually come on to the show. So that's going to be the next steps that we are trying to do to make the show better. Is whatever we're going to talk about, whoever we're going to have as a guest, we will put all the information out there in front, especially if we have to have a panel. We're looking forward to letting the panel know, hey, this is what we're going to talk about, and have a panel from y'all from time to time where the panel is going to be talking over different topics and stuff.
All right, so thank you. Thank you for joining us. Without y'all, there will be no us. This is coming from Straight From Us podcast. Follow us on IG, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember to press that like button and subscribe.
And thank you, Rose, for coming up.
Thank you, Rose.
Hey, Rose, I don't know why the fuck you was on here, but we appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for just going up in the panel. I'm just saying.
I'm OZ.
I'm your boy, Mr. Cool Whip. Until next time, step on some tequila and have a good weekend.
Peace out.
All right. Later.